More than half a century after the Holocaust, we are still struggling to come to terms with the terrible events that led to the deaths of 6 million Jewish men, women and children. Song of an Exile is the story of one man's journey to face this appalling history and to enter into the lives of those who suffered and died. Adrian Snell is one of Britain's most highly regarded Christian music artists. This journey has led him to the depths of his faith. In response, Adrian has created Song of an Exile, a musical interpretation of Jewish poems drawn from 2,500 years of history, which explore a people's relationship with their God in times of persecution and pain. This concert comes from Yad Vashem, the world's most important Holocaust memorial, located in Jerusalem, the heart of the Jewish world. A professional performer for the last 20 years, Adrian Snell has been invited by the Holocaust Remembrance Authority to bring Song of an Exile to Israel. The concert is part of a recent initiative to mount events that not only commemorate those who died, but also celebrate the cultural life of the Jewish people. Yad Vashem hopes that Adrian's music will help a new generation to consider the Holocaust.
For me, this was the desire as a human being to understand something of the anguish, the pain, the tragedy, the searching for God, the struggle of faith that existed for countless millions. Get your life straight, oh, get them safe. And in the good old tuck your garments in. People like me have known from very early years that 6 million died in the death camps. But somehow it takes a realization that every one of those 6 million was a life. They were people with names, with families belonging to a community. The children went to school and they came home and they played with their parents. In other words, to actually put character and personality, life back into the numbers. Perhaps this journey would have been different had I not already become a father of, at that time, 2 children, now 3. And I think as a father, inevitably what happens is, of course, you begin to project upon your own children. You begin to imagine your own children in anything remotely similar. And how they would make sense of what was going on around them. Questions that they would ask their parents, presumably, that there were absolutely no answers to. And just how in their own young relationships with God, what sort of questions they asked of God at that time. I think for me there was something very, very important about trying to open my eyes through theirs to just the extreme darkness that they saw around them. And what would I say to those children if I had the chance for an hour or two to stand by any one of them at the time of their own arrest or shipment to a ghetto or worse, to the concentration